Our next asana in the series of Yoga Katha is Vrikshasana. Vrikshasana is commonly understood by most practitioners in its literal Sanskrit to English translation as tree pose, and teachers will frequently ask students to rise tall like a growing tree or render other such symbolic guidelines associated with the tree when instructing a class. However, tree pose needs to be seen in light of its alternative but lesser known name Manu Asana, which offers a better understanding of its etymology and origin. The pose is dedicated to the first human being, and the reference to tree is more in terms of tree of life. According to Indian mythology, Manu was the first man, and we are all descendants of the genealogy tree he spawned. What also needs to be understood is that Manu is the title given to the first man of every era or age and is not an actual name. Manu is the root word for both the Sanskrit Manushya and the English man. The Manu for this period is considered to be King Satyavrata, the son of Surya or sun god. According to the Puranas, Satyavrata is the seventh Manu. As the story goes, Satyavrata was performing his morning prayers standing in a river, and when he cupped his hands to collect water and offer it to the sun god, he realized that he had collected a small fish which spoke to him and asked for protection. The fish was an avatar of Lord Vishnu, and Satyavrata, being kind-hearted, took it home and placed it in a pitcher. The fish outgrew the pitcher overnight, and then began a succession of transfers as the fish kept outgrowing its home to a larger container, a well, a small pond, river, and finally the ocean. Satyavrata realized he was in the presence of a divine being and offered obeisance. Lord Vishnu then forewarned him of the impending deluge and saved him and his accompanying companions and deposited his ship to safety on the top of the Himalayan mountains. This story will be covered in detail under Matsyasana. Some historians believe that this spot in which Satyavrata was safely deposited is the present-day Manali in India. Manali comes from the composite word Manu Alaya, meaning abode of Manu. Manali is the only place in the world having a temple dedicated to Manu. As we raise one leg and place it on the other thigh, we need to consider how Satyavrata needed to keep his balance in the flowing waters of the river as he offered his prayers. The current did not affect him since he kept his focus on his ablutions. Similarly, if we can remain focused on a central point in front of us, the quivering in the leg will cease. The tree posture or the tree pose is a posture in which we imbue body, mind, and breath with the qualities of generosity, forbearance, strength, and balance. Raising your hands in prayer position reflects on how Manu's compassion saved him from the deluge and became the starting point for a new tree of life. As your thumbs touch your heart in Anjali Mudra, bring your heart back in touch with its true nature of kindness and compassion, and realize the interconnectedness of everything in the universe, a gigantic tree that spawns every creature and living entity. And as you further raise your hands above your head and join them in symbolic reference to the peak that Manu landed on, be reassured that no matter how catastrophic the inevitable and constant changes in your life initially feel, you will rise above them safely through your faith and tenacity. In India, sages often perform penance standing in Vrikshasana for prolonged periods, and this is because of the belief that the pose helps channel attention back to the source of creation. As a last step, close your eyes, challenge your balance, and similarly meditate on the tree of life and awaken to the realization you are but a microcosm of the cosmic macrocosm. Thank you for listening.